Welcome to 7 Healthy Habits Restoring Your Vitality. What if you could reverse the diseases that you were told were in your genes? You can turn off your unhealthy genes and turn on your healthy genes. Well, you can. You can restore your vitality, create a life of health and happiness. What would you write on your 100th birthday speech? You can grow old gracefully and enjoy your 100th birthday. So let's look, just how did we get to this state of being? How did our bodies get to be in such disrepair and disease? In our modern medicine, we started to specialize into different divisions. We have cardiology, endocrinology, gastroenterology, and neurology. It's as if you took all the doctors, blindfolded them, and put them around the elephant, and then asked them, what is an elephant? Each doctor would describe it differently. The tail is different than the trunk is different than the leg is different than the belly. Each one of these are describing parts of the elephant, but no one is putting the whole elephant together. And no one in medicine has been doing that until functional medicine started around 30 years ago. And in functional medicine, we're looking at the big picture. We start with how the body communicates with all of the cells, from the brain down to the nervous system, communicating with muscles, tissues, organs, and even the deepest part of the cells. We take all of the divisions of medicine and look how they communicate together. The brain, the immune system, the endocrinology system, the digestion, the hearts, the bones, and the muscles, all the way down to the little DNA of your cells. We look at the way you're thinking, the way that you're breathing and moving your body, as well as the chemical reactions that are related to all. So from here on functional medicine, we want to start looking at how is the body talking to you, and are you really listening? It's got aches and pains, fevers, headaches, gas and bloating. It's trying to tell you something. And what we do know is from research that the American Medical Association and many other leading organizations have determined that the first line of treatment for many chronic diseases and chronic problems should be lifestyle intervention, lifestyle medicine. And it is that part of functional medicine which we do. And we're going to be talking about the 7 healthy habits. And 7 healthy habits are eat right, drink right, think right, sleep right, breathe right, move right, and poop right. These are the ways to restore your vitality and bring you back to optimal health. But the problem is we wind up with such barriers of optimal health because of our lifestyle. We have ways that the body's trying to tell us that things aren't quite right, but we're not quite sure what is really happening to our body. So when we first start looking at why things are out of place and what it is your body's trying to tell you, we start having to look at the American diet. We've got processed foods. We've got portion sizes that are too big for your digestion. And they're not going to digest well, which means that they're going to irritate and inflame the digestive system. You're not going to absorb the nutrients, and you're going to have extra toxins floating around. This leads to stomach problems, immune problems, memory, and osteoporosis. And then our portion controls are so large, and we have processed foods and the carbohydrates that we're eating breads and pastas and cookies and candies, and that also inflames the gut and also makes that the bad bacteria is overpowering the good bacteria. We wind up with fatter and fatter abdomens, and even our children are getting fat. So the problem can't be just what you're putting in your body, it's also what you're not putting in your body. So this is when we start talking about eating right and drinking right. The ways in which we might want to change the way that we're eating is more of a modified Mediterranean type diet. It's a low glycemic diet. It has been found to be the healthiest way for our human bodies. Most of our diet should be lean proteins and legumes, vegetables and fruits, healthy fats and healthy whole grains. And we should snack on fruits and vegetables and not the carbohydrates. Life in itself is very toxic. We have toxic foods and drinks. Our environment is toxic. We're not getting enough sleep. We've got lots of stress. Our busy lifestyle prevents us from getting the exercise we need, and we're not thinking well. We have toxic thoughts. All of these toxic environments are actually creating damage to our cells, brain cells, heart cells, and our whole body. So the environmental toxins that we put in our body, the unhealthy food, the unhealthy drink, they are destroying our body day by day. And one of the things that is happening is it's destroying your brain. Now we know that those brain cells are very sensitive. So when you put a lot of sugars into your body and it causes inflammation, it starts to kill the brain cells. We know that Alzheimer's is related to blood sugar and high blood sugar as well as diabetes. So memory problems such as Alzheimer's and dementia are starting to occur 20 to 30 years before you started having memory loss. And this is simply because we're not eating the right foods and we're eating the poor foods that are destroying and killing off our brain cells. So part of our brain cells are also related to the way that we think about our life. So it's not so much about the stress that we have, but how you're dealing with the stress, how you're thinking about the stress. Your thoughts create chemicals, and they can be positive chemicals or they can be negative chemicals. And the positive chemicals are going to help to revitalize your life. So we have two sayings, and one is a poem from Your Mind is a Garden. Your mind is a garden, your thoughts are the seeds. You can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. And another one is realizing laughter is the best medicine. So laugh until your belly hurts and then laugh just a little bit more. Keeping your mind on the concept that you want to have a good positive thoughts, you also want to have good sleeping patterns. So sleep right is the next of the 7 healthy habits. We should get 6 to 8 hours of sleep. In this day, it's hard to get 8 hours, but if we shoot for 6 to 8 hours, then we are starting to restore the body's health. The only time the body gets to repair itself is during the sleep hours. When it's dark at night, the body responds by releasing melatonin in the brain, and this helps you to sleep. It stimulates a relaxed sense of calm. Cortisol is also a hormone that should be the lowest at night, and it allows the body to calm itself so you can get a good solid sleep. In the morning, the cortisol is at its highest, and it's like an internal alarm clock. It says, "Good morning, it's time to get up." But oftentimes these are out of balance, and so we are not sleeping well. We either are too wired and tired, we wake up at night and tired during the day, or tired and exhausted all day long, or we just have restless sleep. And that's partially because of all the toxicities and the nutrients that are not getting into the body, the toxins that are staying in the body, and the brain cell can't function. So we're on what we call a sympathetic or fight or flight system in our body. And we're not designed to work on a fight or flight or a sympathetic, so it's difficult to maintain a lifestyle with such stress. One of the ways in which we can de-stress is to use breathing techniques. Now, breathing right is another one of those 7 healthy habits. We want to use our breath to bring in the energy, to improve our circulation, to stay focused and stay calm. You should breathe all the time. Your body breathes anyway, but taking nice deep breaths and using these special breathing techniques before bedtime will relax you when you're stressed or anytime you just need to refocus and revitalize. So in the next section, we'll be talking about some breathing techniques. Moving right is another one of those 7 healthy habits. We want to be able to move our body and be flexible. As we go through life, we tend not to move as much and we sit behind the desk and we get stiff and it's harder to work with our bodies. So what we want to do is keep that flexibility and move every day. The next and the last bit of the 7 healthy habits is pooping right. Everybody does it. No one wants to talk about it. But it's a critical part of our health. And you need to start to learn what's healthy and what's not. But the idea of what goes in your body must come out. The digestive system is designed to allow you to have the nutrients come through your digestion, to absorb in your body, and the waste move out. If the toxic waste can't move out, then it stays into the body and becomes toxic to the cells. It also creates skin conditions, respiratory problems, and then sets up inflammation for those chronic disease of heart disease, diabetes, cancer, Alzheimer's, and dementia. So prevention starts now. What are you waiting for? Do you really want to wait until you're diagnosed with a disease of cancer, cholesterol problems, blood pressure problems, memory, or dementia? It starts now. So let's start working on a way to take care of your body. Because if you don't take care of it, who will? You're only given one body this lifetime, so it'd be nice if you take care of it so that it can last a long time. We want to give you the gift of life, gift of health, empower yourself, empower others. Stay with your loved ones and give the gift of health. So the main keys to a vibrant health would be nourishing healthy foods, keeping your body flexible, and having a healthy heart. These keys should allow you to start on your path. But if you'd like more detailed programs specific for your needs, please contact me at Infinite Health and Wellness Center. In the next sections, we're going to do some gentle stretching and breathing, both morning and nighttime routines. Thank you.